Alrighty, everybody. Just when you thought that we were going to have a day off, we're not. We've gone daily on this channel with UFL videos for I don't even know how many days in a row now. It has definitely been a lot. And the reason I want to make this video today is I want to kind of just give some initial thoughts. I've been playing this game quite consistently, like almost 25 hours, about 70 matches, starting to get into the higher divisions, and obviously played the showdown mode yesterday. And I want to do check-in videos because obviously, look, it's a free game that came out. It's a game that's trying their best to obviously, get players on a new football game. And obviously, we all know right now the state that FC is in. FIFA has really fallen off, and the state that eFootball is in, they're both not great, right? So, this game has a lot of potential because of the opening for people to want to go play another game, including myself, right? I have been somebody that, out of all three games on the marketplace, I have been enjoying this one the most as a grind right now. And there's a couple things about this game that no matter what anyone says, I will always appreciate. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about, because there's a lot of criticism in this video, but I do want to point out what is actually very good about this game that these other games you cannot do in these other games. So, in my opinion, the number one thing so far that I have thoroughly enjoyed on this game, I just played in the weekend showdown, and I managed to get 15 wins. First of all, this setup already, they really need to improve rewards. I will say that. For getting 15 wins, you got a couple legendary skins, but there was no player packs, and it was only 10 million currency. And if you guys are just watching this video and you don't even know, right? These were the rewards that you get. These are the max rewards. I think you get an extra skin, which, look, I'll talk a little bit about the skins. They essentially just give you team boosters. There's a couple player-specific ones, but then you still got to buy the player. At the end of the day, you only got 10 mil CP for the max amount of wins. And if you just go straight to the market, it's not enough for the best reward there for sure. Like, there's got to be more motivation for people to keep playing. I played in the first weekend showdown because it was a new mode, it was a new event. But if we actually take a look at what 10 mil gets you, you guys will see quite quickly it's not significant, right? 10 mil is only going to get you like a 70, 71. And look, the one thing I'm going to point out about this game, all right, I just went into the showdown mode. My team ratings were similar to this. I faced Mbappe's, I faced Talon's, and I ended up getting 15 wins and I think 2 losses, maybe 3. So that was the max reward. You get kicked out once you get 5 losses. So I was able to get pretty much the max reward. I think 15-0, you get something else. But look, you look at my team. I've spent no money on this game, and I've played about 70 games. And the one thing that UFL has for sure that FC and eFootball do not have is yes, this game is not fair to play. That's the way they advertise it. But you can play this game and build a team without spending money. I feel like you can do that on FC and you can do that on eFootball for sure. But the overall pay to win in those games, like for me this year on FC, no matter what I do, if I face somebody with an Mbappe, a VVD, the game plays for them, I can't beat them. eFootball, I already tried an RTG. It's impossible. It's so pay to win. Whereas, look, I started this game on day one, and that's what I love about this team with these players. You look at the players that are still in my team, my goalkeeper, my left center back, Quadrado and Karamoko. Karamoko, just from playing games, has gone from a 59 to a 76 just from playing games. And look, I played about 70 games in the ranked mode, and I've now played a showdown. So I've played just under 100 games, and my player has been able to go up, almost 20 overall. So that part about this game is amazing. And the fact that, yes, in Weekend League, I played Mbappe and I played players like these. And yes, the AI was good. Yes, their team was good. I faced pretty high-rated squads, and I still was able to win with this team. So for me, that's a huge positive. Do I think this game is fair to play? No, and I'm going to explain why, but that is a huge positive that those other games do not have. You cannot use a bronze or a silver squad in FIFA like you could in FIFA 17, 18. You can't do it anymore. It's impossible. You give a pro a silver team, a bronze team, they go in champs. They will go 10-5 at the best. So that part I've enjoyed about this game, for sure. And the XP system they have on this game is phenomenal. The XP is just so good. I love the way they've done the traits where, as you get to certain levels, I get another skill point with Quadrado and I get to level rating 85, which is quite a bit of XP away, that you can, do stuff like that. I absolutely love that. I love the ultra effect is, limited to only a card skin or something like that. That's really cool to me. So their system of grinding and getting players better by playing is absolutely fantastic. They've done decently okay with the objectives. And I've been reading through the Reddit. I've been gathering people's thoughts about, just their feelings about this game, how people are, just feeling about the game. And a lot of people right now are starting to get a little bit tired of it because they feel like when they get into these higher divisions, which people are saying, like in right now, if I show you guys, oh, I'm not even trying to search, but if I go to where is it here, divisions, right, and I go look at this, people are saying that when you get into way higher divisions like platinum and ruby and diamond, people have spent a lot of money. And that's kind of where I'm reading this on the Reddit. People are kind of saying that they're getting sick and tired of it. This guy wrote today he wants to stop playing this game. He said at a certain level, the game becomes unplayable. Just endless, unrealistic long balls from left to right that are impossible to defend. No matter the passer's position, the ball always reaches its destination. I have a team with 77 to 80 rated players, and I managed to reach platinum, but it's impossible to win against teams full of 90-plus players who just spam long balls. I might stop playing because there's no other game modes, and it's impossible to similar team unless you pay or grind through 100 matches against spammers to just get one decent player. That part right there is very true, and that's going to be a very interesting situation, and that's why I think they need to make the showdown rewards a little better, and I'm going to explain why. When you get 15 wins in showdown, you get 10 mil, but if you go onto the point store and you go to credit points, they label this game as fair to play, but you can genuinely, for $40, you can go on the game and buy 250 mil credit points, which to obtain that amount of credit points, you'd probably have to go and play, I would say, 150 games. I have been saving for a player for such a long time. I just played the showdown, and I've got 105 mil. It does enable me, definitely, to get somebody pretty good. I'm eyeing Son at 150. That's who I'm kind of saving up for. But as he said, right, these people that are spending tons of money have it so easy because they can just go on the market right away, buy these cards. Now, they do have something with RP. You can see in the top right, ranked points, minus 432,000. So I've unlocked that by playing the game and unlocking. So really, there's a max of how many of these high-rated players you could get. You can't build this like crazy all-star squad, but you could just, spend $80 and get 4 insane players. And they are really good. So that part about being fair to play, I don't know if I love that. But then there's the other side of it that I felt like when I'm playing these spammers, these OP people, I'm able to actually beat them unless they're just like a serious rat. Something that I wanted to point out that I've been reading on the Reddit a ton about this game is that what did they do to AI defending? What did they do to finishing? They posted some stuff on their Instagram about it, saying that they made some defensive updates and stuff like that. I did notice that the AI defending had been buffed, and it was way better in the first week of this game. So if UFL is listening, I definitely think you guys have to reduce the AI defending by, like, I would say 10%, because I did notice the AI getting better. I know players are overall getting better, but the AI is starting to get a lot better. And I felt like, the funny thing for me is that I felt like finishing was a little nerfed from the beginning, but people were saying it was too easy to score. But I felt like there was times where Karamoko, who was in the mid 60s, and Balogun, who was like in the 76 rated, I felt like they were scoring the ball better with lower ratings. And then I went in showdown, and I think it feels like there was some hidden, patch with the finishing. So, that's something for me that, overall the best part for me about this game is the fact that you can just play games with whoever and you can get XP and unlock and put traits and get them leveled up. That part I really do enjoy. And I was saying this, if you guys watched my showdown video yesterday, what I absolutely love about this game is the wing play, man. I have Sarmiento, and the way I can get on the wing with him and cook. I've just recently given him, he's got high dribbling effect. The left stick in this game, just to be able to get into the box and cook people again. I think UFL as a base is pretty close with this game. I think there's parts that are really far away. The main critique I've been seeing a lot of people say is that it just looks too, like, pinball-y, but, I think a lot of people are just always going to complain no matter what. For me, I really would like to see them, really harp in on not overdoing animations like FC, but just cleaning up and polishing up a little bit. For me in my gameplay, some huge issue I have on this game is that sometimes where I intend to aim a pass, it feels like almost like the UFL devs maybe haven't coded all the ideas of, what you might be thinking. I think you can play some really nice football at times. There's a weird part with the cutback when you go to the byline and you want to cut it back to the near post where the ball just doesn't register the pass. There's sometimes where you're aiming and it just doesn't go there. So I've always said, like, maybe it's the players that I have that aren't great, but my team is pretty good now, like decent enough in the mid 70s that I feel like the passes are kind of, off a little bit. And I've noticed again, as people have been complaining, and it's all over the Reddit. If you go over the Reddit, people are saying it's so stupid how somebody could spend $40 and get a player that's really good when I got to play 100 games. And they're right? They are right. But I've been seeing all over. I mean, this guy said the gameplay is going to tank this game. It just wasn't ready for release. Apart from the most recent patch, which seems to have made things worse, I agree with him. I think the recent patch they did was a lot worse. All I can see is more mechanics to abuse. Without a lot of changes, I can't see how they're going to grow the player base when the people who already have 50 games deep have so much to criticize about it. I hear him. You know, I'll say this. Right? Let's read these thoughts in a second. What I really feel like about this game compared to all the other games on the marketplace is that this game I'm having the most fun playing. I'm not losing my mind the most, and I think at the end of the day, no matter what, there's always going to be BS in a video game. My objective thoughts though is that like FC has gotten so intolerable. It's not fun. It's terrible. You don't even like to score. You don't like winning. I do have moments in this game that I really do enjoy playing this game. And I'll say that, for me, like whatever past that you want to say, that's just my internal feeling of somebody playing video games, playing all these football games over the years. I do have fun playing this game. So I don't want to see UFL go too noob friendly, get too worried about, making defending a lot better. I feel like there's a massive skill to defending in this game. It's still more skilled than either of the other games. eFootball at this point, you could put your controller down, your team will defend for you. And it's just so pay to win. And like good luck in FC. Something again about this game that I have been really enjoying is the concept of like just actually having space again on the football pitch. Like the ability that I have the opportunity to move. When I was playing FC yesterday, the space was so limited. You constantly feel like you have no space. It feels like the pitch is like half as big as this game. So, something about this game, that's another thing that I enjoy, that I have the ability to like, just move around a bit again and kind of think and make decisions. That was and there's random stuff like that I've been clipping. If I'm just showing you guys what I've clipped from yesterday, but there's definitely parts to this game that I'm really enjoying. And I'm not going to be the guy that's just going to sit here and rip on the game. Look, it's a free game. I think the marketing of it being fair to play is not really super accurate. I just would change the marketing, because when you enable people to be able to just go into the store and buy teams, that's not super fair. Just my thought process. But we'll keep reading through the Reddit. My initial thoughts are, though, that this game is really fun to play. I have fun playing it. It doesn't trigger me the same way that FC makes me mad. Like, FC just makes me so mad this year, bro. It's so not fun. And that's why you guys have seen me post this daily. I mean, I just played, in the showdown mode, I did have a loss that was deserved. The other loss was a little, like, I think the UFL needs to understand, the devs, that it's not acceptable if you have oh my God, my mic almost fell. It's not acceptable if you have a scenario where someone can just hold their center mid and like run around the whole game. I mean, that's not a good metric for a game's success, right? But this ability to like those quick passes there, I mean, like obviously, and then there's stuff like that, like non-registrations, weird animations, there's all that. But it's just even this concept again of like being able to pass like this, and I was saying this on stream yesterday, the fact that like decision making wise, I get so much success from like just left stick and passing. To have that back again, because that's what FIFA used to be. Used to be able to just left stick and pass, and like having breakaway speed again. There is a lot of positives that I like about this game. I think it's just about the devs like making sure they don't make this game too noob friendly. Definitely they need to work on overall responsiveness. Definitely they need to work on situational passing awareness with the players. I think they need to make sure this game doesn't turn into a situation where people want to turn and get OP midfielders and put their hands off their cursors on their defenders. That's unacceptable. That's what FC and eFootball is right now. We do not want that. It's gotta hone in on people actually defending the ball. I've started to notice with the recent buff in defending that it's gone a little bit that way. But you guys know me, man. I'm trying my best to respect, all right, these games. Give these games a chance. I mean, at the end of the day, UFL has a lot of interest right now. My channel, on this channel that you guys are watching, I haven't had views like this on a FC or a FIFA in probably since FIFA 23, because the gameplay over on that game is just declining. People don't care about it anymore because there's no room. People know it's not going to be a good experience. People don't want to watch it because people know people are going to rage. When I go play this game, I'm happy. I like the plays that I'm having. Yeah, there's BS. Yeah, there's weird stuff. There's always been that stuff. People are like in denial, acting like we've had these beautiful games for years. So I really want UFL to hear us out. I want to give them a chance because a lot of the core stuff I do like in this game. I just don't want to see them nerf finishing. I don't want to see them buffing AI too much. And they got to understand buffing AI is a risky path to go down because obviously the top tier players that people are going to start to obtain are going to be a lot better. So that's something they need to consider. There's other things that we can get into as well. I think for sure that they're going to have to figure out a better balance with game modes. I talked about showdown rewards. I don't think it can only be ranked. I like how you could do player matches, so you can host one or enter in a code and play with a friend. That's cool. I think they've got to figure out maybe one other mode that you could potentially play in the week, because I think ranked all the time is just going to end up being really sweaty. Something I would just recommend to UFL, and I've been surprised that these other gaming companies haven't really done this over the years. No company has dropped a mode like a showdown mode that is co-op. I think there's a huge opportunity here. If you guys are trying to get a ton of players on this game, you think about the barrier to entry like a Fortnite that does so well. This game is free to play, and how can we make it that we could play with friends? I think a genius idea is adding in different rewards, whether it's players, more coins, and having it be a similar mode to showdown. Maybe it's in the week, and it's like 2v2. That is something I can't understand in my brain why other companies have not done. The content, the excitement, you just, texting your boy saying, bro, let's lock in, let's play 10 games together, let's go online. Brilliant idea. So that's an idea that I would really want to see. I don't know how hard it is to make a new game mode, but if the devs are watching this, I hope you guys are watching this channel. That's something that I think you guys definitely could be a home run at some point for your game. Because people love playing video games with their friends, Right after I do this video, I'm about to go play a little ranked COD play on my day off with my friend, bro, because I love it. I love gaming. It's fun when you can play with your friends. Last thing on the Reddit, showdown results and thoughts from a Premier Division player, which is very high. He's currently top 10 in the Premier Division. He just finished two rounds of showdown on his main and his RTG. He wanted to provide a full breakdown of his observations. Here's a quick summary. Premier Division ranked 5th, all players 85 plus. Son, Haaland, and Mbappe, he went 15-2. RTG, Platinum 3, 65 to 77 rated team. Godfrey, Traore, Armstrong. Main account was fairly disappointing in the RTG. Disappointing in a way that most of my games are more or less very close when they shouldn't be. I had way more fun running the RTG. Here's things I noticed. Main account players were sluggish. Mbappe's speed was barely there. AI defending works too well that they interfere when I'm manually defending my opponent, so they get in the way. Very poor finishing despite player stats. Inconsistent button inputs. Players run over the ball. So RTG, he feels like smoother gameplay for the most part. Easily favored RNG bounces that got me rage-worthy goals. Better rewards he wants. Players feel more fluid. Please remove draws if tied after the 90th. Yes, they need to do this. In Showdown, they have to do this. I definitely felt momentum in Showdown as well. I didn't feel it in the beginning parts of the game. I just started feeling it, so I would like to see that removed. Yes, extra time. Oh my God, UFL, you guys got to figure out with the extra time. We have like +2 and the ref lets it go on for +5. You guys got to hone in on that, please. I agree. I'm making this video today. Because this game needs a lot of polishing, and I agree. I don't want to see them go down the route of all this AI defending. I don't want to see them do that and then just chalk finishing, because, the first week I played this game, I felt like the skill was crazy, and I'm crying too. And look, this game right now is the largest skill gap on the market, 100%. And that's why I'm making this video. That's why we're here uploading this game daily, because I'm passionate about the progression of this game. Everyone can say what they want right now about the state of where it's at, what it looks like. It's disappointing to me that all these people that are addicted to these other games that are so insanely pay to win, that are not even supporting or giving the game a chance with positive feedback. All people want to do is just crap on this game. It's weird to me, man. Like, these guys released a free game. We want to see it do well. So we're going to give suggestions. We're going to see hopefully how they progress. Let's see how they are at this point next year, how this game looks in 1 year from now. That's the beauty of a free game. People don't seem to understand when Fortnite released, Fortnite was horrible. It took updates and updates to get it to where it was. So that's what I'm hoping for with UFL. UFL devs, hopefully you're out there. You're listening to what I'm saying. I'm trying to give unbiased feedback as large as I can for reading the Reddit, reading the community, and seeing what people want. Guys, get your comments down below. UFL has been commenting on a couple of these videos, so get your comments down there with what you guys want to see. I'm sure the most upvoted ones they will see. One other thing to point out that I was reading through their Instagram, Because I've been wondering a little bit about this too. Are they going to do promos? Like, how does this work with player progression? Obviously, for a few months, we don't really need anything like that because we're just grinding up to get better players. Are the ratings going to exceed 99 and will the teams reset every year? Currently, we don't plan to reset. We'll be rebalancing the player stats and adding new perks and stuff. So you can expect stuff happening. The closest rebalance is this March. So this season is going to go until March. Okay? If I buy 75 rated players who performs exceptionally well in real life, will my players be upgraded? If it's in our data, yes. So I think that could happen at some point where, like, you know, if you had bought a player that I guess played insane in real life, maybe there's a chance that they would get an upgrade with the database refresh. So we will see. But that's gonna be the video. I'm here on a day off, talking a little bit about my experience with Showdown and my first 100 games with UFL. Let me know your guys' thoughts. As I said, man, highest skill gap on the market right now out of every game. It's the highest skill gap, but there's a lot that feels really incomplete. There's a lot that needs to be polished, and I don't want to see them continue to do patches like the last one, because I felt like the last patch, the game was in a better state that first week than the last patch. I thought they patched things they didn't need to. Make AI defending better, and I felt like the finishing got worse, and those are two things I don't want to see. So we'll see how they continue to update the fluidity, all that stuff. Thanks for watching the video, guys. See you guys in the next one. Peace.